Well, Darren Clark, the contemporary star of Australian track racing, and he's going for a double at these national championships, 400 and 200. 200 metre, not his preferred event, but he is the best performed runner in this field with a PB of 20.49. Looks like a walk down memory lane with Paul Narracott, Peter Gandy, Clark running a 200. We don't see him do that too often, Rick, on the track in Australia now.
Not too often at all. And it's interesting to note, in fact, just quickly in lane one, it's 12 years since Paul Narracott won his first senior sprint title at the Nationals. A long time ago. He's been a great sprinter over the last decade. But as you mentioned, Darren Clark is the current star. And his performance in Seoul was great. He showed yesterday that he's getting back into good shape with a great win in the 400. And he'll be keen to pick up the sprint double here today. Outside Darren is Clayton Kearney, a former national title holder over 200 metres, who won very impressively, in fact, in 1985. In the Canberra Stadium in this event, and I think he's the main one for Darren to beat. If Kearney can lead Darren around the bend, we could have a very interesting race on our hands.
And Ballard outside those two is not too much slower than them this year.
Robert Ballard, a very solid customer. I was most impressed with his running in the relays in Seoul in the 4x400. Very courageous running, and he'll fight all the way.
He's in a red and white top in lane 6. Clark a little slow off the blocks. Kearney certainly beat him out. Ballard going fast too, and those two are pursuing the lead. Now Clark starting to unwind on the bend, and I think he's going to straighten up in a winning position. Kearney's in front of him now. Can Clark mow him down? Ballard is third, and over on this side, Douglas running a big race. Here comes Clark. He is mowing him down, and that's a great win by Darren Clark. Kearney second. I think Ballard hung on for third. Oh, but a mighty straight by Darren.
Great home straight by Darren, and more importantly, I think a good home straight because he kept his cool all the way. I think he could sense that he could get to Clayton Kearney, provided he didn't force it. He really had to just let it happen and concentrate on his form. Kearney here with a metre or so break, just starting to move the head, getting tired, and I think Darren could sense that, but rather than tighten up, he just used the whole straight to get there, and I think that was very sensible, very cool running. Very good running indeed. And in the end, a fairly comfortable yet narrow victory over Clayton Kearney, and Andrew Douglas finishing very well out in lane 9, the outside lane, for third. But Darren will be pleased to win that. There's a bit of rivalry between he and Clayton Kearney. There has been for some time. And that's a good sprint double in tough conditions.
4.2 metre per second headwind. Clark cutting through that in the straight for what was quite a respectable 21.27 to complete the 200-400 double.